Well, hello, Peter Irvine again. Welcome to the book of Job, or sometimes people call it Job. And the actual, I understand, correct pronunciation is Robe, in the way that it's actually pronounced J-O-B. But I'm going to use through this series Job, because that's what most people seem to refer to it as. So without confusing it and looking at the good content that's in this book. So this first video is titled Clear Conscience. I have to admit, and I'm sure many others do, find this book and this story about Job very difficult. You see, he's regarded as a wealthy man with so many cattle and sheep. He has 8 daughters and sons, and he loses it all. And so he's a good man, and he's regarded as a good man and faithful to God, but he suffers plenty. And you've got to ask yourself, how would I go in his situation? Well, let's get more specific. How did I go in this particular situation? Or I often ask myself, how did I go in those situations? I may not suffer like Job, but when we had a fire that burned everything down, our warehouse and offices with 92 stores open for Gloria Jean's Coffees, and you look back at that, you look at the media over the time that it's both in our advertising agency days and in Gloria Jean's who attacked us, and even legal action from people. How did you fare when you could face those things or those things happen? Could we end up like Job did, as you'll see as these videos unfold? You see, Job had some very good friends, but they all came after this happened. And, they were looking for all the things that he did wrong. There was not really anyone there encouraging him. Even his wife at one stage said to him, "Why don't you curse God and die because of all this that's happened to you?" That's not really a great way to go. And, in Job chapter 27, verse 6, he says, "I will maintain my innocence without wavering. My conscience is clear." And, through a lot of stuff that sort of happened, yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I haven't done things in the right way, but in the aim is to do the right thing. Many times our conscience can be clear, and we shouldn't allow the wrong people to speak into our lives, no matter how close they are, and we should not wander from our faith. And I find it's better to go back. What is the foundations that we've built our life, our business, our church, our ministry on? What are they? And that's what we go back to. What is God saying to us? What does God's word say to us? What are the promises that we can claim? See, not everything's going to go well in your life, your business, your career, and there's going to be lots of opinions. And you've got to be careful that most of these opinions are uninformed. Social media and the media are not great sources for accurate, clear information. And often our friends who've never experienced anything have a lot of opinions. And Job could look across his life with a clear conscience and say, yeah, these things may have happened, but in the end, who am I? It's God who's in control of my life. So let's see how this story unfolds in the next videos.